open for practice. Half a dozen drivers are on the track, and now everybody is finding their friends to line up with and go.
Chase Elliott, pole sitter, rolling off. He's going to lead them off.
Looked like it was going to be a bunch of Hendrick cars here, but then 2 or 3 other cars. You see Brett Cassidy, the 2, he jumped in the middle of this crowd.
A lot of these cars were sitting there waiting for some cars to go through all that speedy dry, sort of get it pulled up off the racetrack, make sure the oil is gone. I think I'd keep it a little bit low right now for the rest of this practice.
What just happened here? 1, 2, 3 red light?
Yeah, it seems like
everybody.
All of a sudden it's a drag race.
If I'm going, you're going. Is there any order to this, or does it just kind of happen?
Well, it's about as much order as there is to what they're doing right now. It's a little bit of chaos.
Yeah.
All right, Chris Neville.
Well, Mike, we saw the 31 team grinding on that car, trying to get that primary car ready for the race, but the 42 team, Kyle Larson's team, they have opted to pull their backup car out. This is the primary car. They got into the wall when that oil hit the racetrack. We'd see lots of right side damage on the car, and I just checked with the team, and they said they just think there's too much bodywork damage on this car. You can see lots of damage to the rear of the car. So they've just pulled his backup car out, and that's what they're going to be focused on the rest of the weekend.
So he will give up his 11th starting spot in his duel. We're told that Michael Waltrip, who would have started 13th in Duel 1, will also, or excuse me, 13th in Duel 2, will also go to a backup car and have to start in the back. And NASCAR has now added, because of the cleanup time, 5 minutes to this practice session.
Thank you, NASCAR, because I really like seeing these cars get in this draft. This is fantastic. I know they want to get more laps in these kind of conditions, and it's nice for us to be able to see what things that they're going to kind of try to learn out there for us.
Yeah, I think what Dale Jr. is trying to learn right now is how steamy is that 24 car. They're in the same duel together. And I'm sure Junior's sitting there saying, I got to size this kid up, see if I got anything for him or not.
And that's exactly what I would like to see here. I'd actually like to see Junior start backing up to some of the cars behind him and get a little bit of a push and show Chase just what he's going to be expected, how cars are going to get runs on him and how to block it or how to anticipate, or just something to talk about. All these teams are going to have debriefs after this practice session tonight to just talk about all the things that they did during this practice session.
Now, as this group works its way around past the start-finish line, the group of Toyotas has had an off in turn number 3. Maybe they don't play well with others. They're in a small group among themselves. And rookie Brian Scott has taken that number 44 Chevrolet, catching up to the pack in the outside lane to the top of the speed chart.
And there goes Junior. He's going to try to get around Chase Elliott. They're going down the back. Looks like he's going to make that pass. Now Chase follow him and size him up a little bit.
Yeah, this is all great lessons for rookie driver Chase Elliott to learn from. Now, of course, he may have wanted to get in behind traffic and sort of let Junior get that move. But right now, if I were him, I want to do the exact opposite. Now I want to work those cars behind me, see if I can't get that kind of momentum that Dale Jr. just showed him that's out there, and see if I can't make a move on Dale Jr. Because I promise you, you're going to have to pass Dale Earnhardt Jr. if you're going to win that duel or win the Daytona 500.
One thing I noticed with Chase Elliott in the 24 and the 2-car Keselowski got alongside the 24, but he was able to clear him and draft back up to the back end of the 88 of Dale Jr. So that 24's got a little steam on the hood, that's for sure.
The 2-car ends up getting to the quarter pound. Now, see, I would have liked to see Chase really use his spotter, those mirrors to get down in front of that 2. That was a big push that 2 had. These are the types of experiences that he's going to have to learn. But now, still staying in the outside lane, he gets a little push from behind him from the 14 of Ron Vickers.
I thought he got a little, get a little side draft in there off the 2. That's something that he will be able to utilize, learn here how to use that to his advantage as well. So, man, he's up here where that oil was. I know that.
Yeah, it looks like the track's in pretty good shape now.
11 cars in that pack, and they're catching 1 out in front.
But Jeff, this is the right guys to be trying things with. You got Dale Jr. in the front. You got Keselowski beside you. These are veteran drivers that you can trust.
Oh, this is a great pack. This is the exact type of conditions that not just Chase Elliott, but all these drivers would like to be in. Look at the quality of drivers and teams that are in this pack. These are guys you can really trust. They've got a lot of experience. They're going to be swapping around. They're going to be really showing you what kind of conditions you're going to be in the race.
Now they caught and drove past Jimmy Johnson with a speed differential of some 7 miles per hour as Johnson fades from that group. Now look at Brian Scott, top of the screen in the 44.
Boy, he's got his hands full. You see him fighting the wheel. Oh, so close.
So one of the things that he's dealing with in that position, we saw where he went to the top of the board because those cars are punching a big hole, so he's obviously drafting up to them and has less resistance on the car. But just like what that does to bring that car up to that speed, it also doesn't have the downforce on the car when he gets into the corner. So when he's coming off that corner, he's got to give a little bit of extra room to that outside wall to prevent just what we saw happen.
Let's check with Chris.
Well, Mike, Danica Patrick opting to sit out the rest of this practice. And Danica, I spoke with your crew chief right before practice. He said he was happy with the speed you guys had in practice 1. However, he wanted to make the car a little bit more comfortable for you. Are you pretty happy with the 10 car?
Yeah, it's been pretty comfortable. We were working on something early on, but the second run out, the car was better. So it's just about how can we accomplish that in a different way? Does it make it a little bit better? Does anything feel nicer about it in the pack? So it's really not a huge deal that we didn't get back out there. It was, thank goodness we didn't get shuffled back any further in that first group that went out in second practice because unfortunately there was some crashed cars. But yeah, we got enough runs in. We felt like in the first practice that we didn't have to do anything risky, and they were having a hard time finding the oil on the track. So I feel like the Nature Bakery car is pretty good, and we'll see what happens on Thursday night. But unfortunately, these guys work so hard on the cars to be perfect, and then you see cars that have a bunch of crash damage, and they manage to be able to win races and run really fast. So it ends up being about what you got coming behind you most of the time.
Thanks, Dan.
This is a great way to end this practice, assuming we don't have any issues. You're going to go back to the garage right now with some great feedback for your crew chief. And running with these fast cars, whether you're Chase, Elliott, or whether you're Brad Keselowski, you're learning a lot right now that will apply to tomorrow night's race.
Let's show you the pass that Elliott made on Keselowski.
Chase did a great job here using the parking line. Listening to the spotter clear, but he did a great job of getting some momentum from the 14, got up there, used the draft off the 2, got to the quarter panel, did a little side drafting, and on by. A single car pass. You don't see that too often.
You see those yellow stripes on Chase's bumper? Usually think when you see that, you pull it to bits.
Now, as we watch this group, among the Toyotas, Kyle Busch has risen to 3rd on the speed chart.